So how has quitting drinking helped me connect deeper on an emotional level with other people? This question comes from MJ from Motto. Thanks for asking it, man. It was a great question. And it really made me reflect on why I quit alcohol and the experience I got to have because I decided to do so. So to answer the question, it has definitely helped me connect way deeper with people, even when I'm going out or around people that are using. The most important reason is because I can connect with myself. I couldn't do that when I was drinking. I was always trying to get attention from other people or artificially connect with the people that I was with. And now that I've gotten alcohol out of my life, I find that the only solution is to connect with who I am as a person or connect with other people who are in a clear headspace as well. I can only connect with people who are drinking to a certain degree, and usually it's a pretty superficial level. So it's only fun for about 30 seconds, and then I get bored and want to, actually have meaningful conversations. So I quit drinking alcohol right after I quit smoking marijuana. I was smoking marijuana, as you guys know, sun up from sundown, and I really only drank heavily in college. However, I still had a drink now and again when I was smoking weed. And my mindset behind this was like, okay, if I'm gonna quit marijuana, I don't really like alcohol so much. I really only did it to fit in, because I was in college, because it was socially acceptable, and because every time I decided to drink, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a really special night. Something amazing is gonna happen. And I don't know if you guys have that same thought process as well before you drink. Let me tell you, every time it was pretty disappointing, if not super depressing at the end of it. Alcohol is a depressant, and I have a very high sensitivity to that stuff. So I found myself, after a few drinks, I would just kind of want to sit in the corner and be miserable. And it sucked because I wouldn't even feel sadness. I would just feel completely empty. And that was not a feeling I wanted to feel. With weed, I at least felt something, a heightened state of emotion. And that's what got me hooked to it so much. So a really good strategy that I've suggested to people before is the 2-for-1 special. So if I'm gonna quit a substance, why not quit a substance that's kind of less difficult? And then by the time I've quit the hard substance, I've completely forgotten about the less hard substance because I've been so focused on the hard substance. And then I just get to wake up one day and I'm like, oh, I also have quit this as well. So it's a nice way to be able to tackle two birds with one stone, and having the second stone not really be an issue because the other one is so way more intense and more powerful. I did this with caffeine and dairy, a weird combo, I know, but caffeine was way hard for me, and dairy was kind of that annoying side thing that would give me acne, and so I was able to quit both at the same time. Fantastic. I do eat dairy now on occasion, and every time I do, I break out in acne. So I am facing the consequences of doing that. And I'm over a week without dairy and very proud of myself. So anyway, coming back to the point at hand. So I decided if I'm gonna have marijuana removed from my life, there's no real reason to keep alcohol around, especially because I've gotten a lot of trouble with alcohol and I knew that it potentially could be a gateway to start using weed again. So now back to the main topic of the video. How has my life improved now that alcohol is out of my life? Well, one, I know myself a lot more. I don't need to behave in a way to get people's approval like I see a lot of times at the clubs or in social drinking situations. Like I said before, it's a very superficial environment. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I still go to these events. However, every time I go, I'm less and less inclined to continue going back. And every time I go, something bad happens too, even though I'm sober. Something just annoying or degenerate happens, and it's obviously because I'm surrounded by people that are under the influence of alcohol and not thinking properly. So every time I go too, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna be sober, so it's gonna be okay. And I'm just like, I get there and I'm like, why the hell am I here? This is boring. I can't connect with anyone. I can't advance myself on a spiritual level. It's just a waste of time. And so that's been a huge awakening since quitting alcohol. I no longer waste so much time, just wasting time basically. And that's what going to clubs and partying really is. I was at a nightclub last night and I didn't want to go, but I'm like, I'm gonna give this one last shot to see if this could be fun. I left after 5 minutes, no lie, and it was a really nice nightclub. You can see the pictures here. There was just no purpose for me to be there, and everyone was just kind of standing there looking for attention and trying to be cool. I was like, this is fucking stupid. So I dipped very quickly, went back home, got up, got my work done, and had a way more productive day than had I stayed there all night. And what happened is that, and he ended up buying a couple bottles, and everyone just left and bailed on him, so he ended up having to spend like $1,000 on alcohol, which is stupid, dude. Like, that's insane. And thankfully people are giving him the money back that they owe for, being degenerate. But, there's a lot of drama involved, a lot of wasted time that could have been used feeling happy or working on purpose or eating good food or whatever it might be. So in terms of actually connections on a day-to-day basis, inebriating myself on a regular basis, I'm able to process things at a much faster level and work through some of those deeper core issues, one, and then two, really have all my time focused on how can I have the best relationships with other people and myself as possible, and also create the best life as I could possibly create, as I talk a lot about in this channel, and that a lot of you guys are focusing on doing in your life as well. So the relationships I have today are a lot deeper. You know, I don't care about superficial topics as much, like in terms of like weather or just silly things or the news or gossip. That's not of interest to me anymore. I will partake in it for a little bit to kind of maybe get the conversation rolling at times, but really what lights my fire in deep emotional conversations is talking about who the other person is as a person, who I am as a person, what we value, what is important to us in life. And that's what's worth living for. That's why I stay sober. And the people that do come and that can handle that, we have fantastic relationships. The people that can't, if we do stay in a relationship, it's at a surface level, and with them I can only go so deep. So I really am looking for people that can go on that deep level. Now I'm having to learn too not to go so deep. That's been a problem I've had, is that I like talking about this intense stuff, and sometimes it can be a little too much too soon. So I'm outing myself here that some of my work right now is keeping it in the middle, finding that gray area where I'm not oversharing, but I'm not just talking about silly things, right? I mean, we are having fun, so there's silliness involved, but again, that's superficiality basically. And it all comes back to being able to connect with myself. And because I can connect with myself more, I'm able to connect with others more as well. I'm able to have more emotional availability to give to others, because that's what a relationship is. It's a giving thing. It's not just about taking. And before, when I was in active addiction, it was all about me, what can I get? How can I suck resources and energy from this person to make myself feel good? Got a little sax going in the background there. And now it's about how can I be of best value and service to the other person. And that means showing up in my best state, the best state I can possibly show up. And I see it makes them happy too. I've had a lot of experiences in the past when I would be drinking, I wouldn't leave the interaction with the person like inspired or lit up, and it would just be, I could see it in their eyes. It was just that look of just like, okay, like I just did this, wow. That was kind of a waste of time. I like it when I'm hanging out with someone and I can see in their eyes that they're alive, they're experiencing life to the fullest they can in the moment, and I am a part of that. I am a part of giving them that experience. So the next video is going to be about how I've been able to have deeper emotional connections with people off marijuana and what that has done for me. So really appreciate you for asking this question, my friend, and I'm looking forward to talking about some more of these topics. If you have any questions that you really are resonating with you or you want to know more about, throw it down in the comments. I will definitely answer it when I can get a chance to. Talking about this stuff is really important to me, and it's exciting that it's important to you guys as well. So now I have quit alcohol, and I have quit alcohol multiple times, and I'm currently over 7.5 years clean off alcohol. So if you want help quitting alcohol as well as marijuana, if you're tired of hearing that sound when you're drinking and driving, trust me, I know, let me know. And I'd be happy to help you start to create a game plan for you to quit, whether it's be hopping into a support group or some one-on-one coaching, whatever it may be. I'm here to get you clean as fast as possible. And I know it's possible because I did it. You can do it, and you can start living a way better life. That is a guarantee, as long as you do the work and you want to quit. There's a saying in recovery is for those who want it, not need it. A lot of people need it. However, it's the ones that want it and want the better life and want to stop feeling miserable every day. Those are the people that find success, not the people, unfortunately, that we see a lot, as you know, that need it, quote unquote. So you guys can schedule a call down below. It'll be $20 and we'll have a 40-minute call where we can really start to dissect your life, where you are currently in your alcohol drinking experience, and then get you on the path to success and recovery today. So with that, guys, have a great one. Subscribe if you haven't, and talk to you soon. Peace.